Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slaying Hope. I come back with another story time. This one's about how son trying to line me on the low. You feel me? And they try to pack me up out the crib because I used to be Crip. So before I get into that story though, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, so we can keep these things circulating, so other people could see it. So boom. I told you I left non-block because, I was on my little revolutionary stuff over there. So, but before I get to me getting into 3 block, I met a dude in non-block who actually was from the town. He was from uptown. So when me and him was talking, he kind of was like, oh, where you from? Like he used to deliver the newspapers. So that was his job in jail. So he used to get around and go to a whole bunch of different houses because he delivered a newspaper. So he got to move around. So he really wasn't in the house like that when I first got there, or he used to be asleep. But he used to be out the house most of the time working. So when I finally met up with this dude, he was like, oh, what's good, bro? Where you from? People always ask where you from, so me and him was talking and I was like, oh, I'm from uptown. He was like, what? So he was like, I'm from uptown too. He was from around Edenwald. I don't know if he really was from Edenwald, but I think he was jacking Edenwald. So sometimes people in jail, they might jack an area that's known, or certain projects, even if they live close proximity to them. Kind of like when people move out of New York City and they might tell you they live in Atlanta, but they don't really live in Atlanta. Or they might say, I live in Boston, but they don't really live in Boston. They name certain cities that are known because you might not know their town where they live. So it's the same thing. People sometimes, you might not know the block that somebody's from, so they might just say, oh, I'm from whatever projects is known or whatever street is known. Same thing. So anyway, he tells me like, yeah, bro, I'm from over there. I'm from the town. So me and him talking. So he was like, you banging? I'm like, nah. But I always used to tell people like, yo, I used to be Crip, because at the end of the day, like, you never know what could happen, and people be thinking dudes be hiding and all that type of stuff. So I always let it know from the beginning, like, I'm not banging, but I used to bang, you know what I'm saying? And that's that. So he was like, word. So when I told him I used to be Crip, he was like, yo, you probably know my baby mother. So I was like, word, what's her name? And his baby mother happened to be somebody that was in the set that I was a part of at the time. So I was like, word, that's crazy. So he I told him my situation, like, yo, motherfuckers told on me, B. Like, and he was like, what? So I showed him the paperwork. I had just got my paperwork, so I'm hyped, I get to prove my innocence, I got beef with dudes, because dudes saying that I did the wrong thing or I didn't follow the protocol, whatever. So now I got my paperwork, is lit. So I show him the paperwork. So he calls the town and he talks to his baby mother. So his baby mother wasn't really trying to hear none of that. Like, she was just like, oh, that she called me a rat. She said that nigga a rat. And I'm like, and then he like, how he ratted, he in jail, and I got the paperwork. I'm looking at it. Like, he was like, yo, your man's a rat. Like, and you defended him. So whatever, she was, she was in her feelings about the whole situation, whatever. So she was like, F him, blah, 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 X, Y, Z. So anyway, so the dude, mind you, I'm in a block house, but this dude gets to move around. So he was like, yo, give me the paperwork. I'll move around. I'm going to take it to the Crip house and I'm going to let them know what's happening. You feel me? So I was like, all right, boom. Because mind you, I got beef with these dudes now. So they sending, people calling from the town like, yo, get at this dude. When you catch him, I'll do this, X, Y, Z, do the, So, I'm just trying to clear my name, So I give the dude the paperwork. He goes to the annex in the Beacon and he gives the paperwork to whoever had the building, one of the homeboys that had the building at the time. So he give him the paperwork, and then they see the paperwork, so it was like, all right. But mind you, there happened to be another dude that was insane in the building at the same time from the same set. So he didn't really buy the paperwork, because the paperwork that I sent was the statement that the dude wrote for my lawyer, which is kind of different from the statement that the DA got from him. So the statement from my lawyer was handwritten, so it looked like it was fake, but it wasn't fake, it was real. So the dude that was insane, he was just on some like, he didn't believe that the paperwork was real, whatever. And then that almost led to another altercation where he tried to cut me on the visit floor. But I'm gonna get to that story later. This is not about that story. So, boom. So, he pushed the paperwork out there, he put it out there, so people were starting to find out more and more what really happened, what took place. So, anyway, fast forward to I'm going to 3 block. So, but this is just, y'all getting an idea how the paperwork started to get out there. I was trying to clear my name, So when I get to 3 block, another blood house, right? So, and like I said, 3 block was a little more rowdy than 9 block, So when I get to 3 block, it was the blood dude that had the house. He was mad cool. You know what I'm saying? He was L gang. I don't know if y'all know what L gang is, but he was mad cool. BLL. I think it was Black Liberation Lane. I don't get into the politics. Some people gonna say it's not official, whatever. But those were some of the homies that was in the house. There was also people that was hat. It was other bloods in the crib. You know what I'm saying? 9 trays, whatever. So. It was a cool little crib though, but the dude that had the house, he was L gang. So it's funny because I found out later that when I first came to the house, he told dudes that he was sitting with, he was like, yo, that nigga Crip right there. It's funny, so the dude was asking them, this is the story I got later on. So the dude was asking him, how you know he Crip? And he was just like, I just know, homie. I just know, my brother Crip. He was like, I just know. So whatever. But they ain't say nothing to me. I came in the house. They asked you if you banging, of course. I was like, nah, I ain't banging, whatever. And they knew I came from adolescence not too long ago. So there was this thing that the adults thought that everybody that came from adolescence was YB and stuff like that. So anyway, so I used to sit down and play with them. They used to play dominoes. They used to play dominoes and spades and stuff. So, I used to sit down and play cards with them. So they was like, oh, yo, you YB too? And I used to be like, nah, I'm not YB. I don't know what was going on, but it seems like, it was a lot of people turning YB. A lot of young dudes was YB. But it every time they got to adults, it's just they got smashed. I don't know why. I don't know what was the animosity. Because YGs will get to adults and they will be alright. The YGs really wouldn't have no problems like the YBs. It's like the YBs, it was on sight. They was getting smoked. I don't know why. But anyway, so they was just like, oh, you one of them YB dudes too? So I'm like, nah, I ain't YB. I was not YB. You know what I'm saying? So the dude was like, yeah, whatever. That's what they all say, blah, blah, blah. So, we laughing or whatever, playing cards. So he was just like, so mind you, before this, it was a dude that I told you that was in this house that was from the town. You know what I'm saying? My boy, rest in peace. But, O did a little funny stuff in the beginning. Or I don't know if, it seemed funny to me. Because me and him was talking. He was like, yo, where you from? So I was like, I'm from uptown or whatever. So this is after Son said that Son's Crip. So, he didn't really know me or whatever. So me and O talking and he like, yo, I'm from uptown too or whatever. So I'm like, word. So, he was like, yo, what they used to call you in the town? So, you tell him your name, but you know how the shit go. So O gets on the phone, he calls the town, he talking to whoever he talking to, and he like, yo, y'all know such and such? So of course, I already knew once he asked me what was my name in the town, but this how I'm not hiding, I'm not hiding who I am or who I was, so, I already know once he get on the phone, they're gonna let him know what's up. So he get on the phone, he call the town, and they tell him, what? Oh, that's such and such, he was out here running around, you know what I'm saying? So everybody, let him know what's up. So he goes back to the homies, and he tell the homie, mind you, he's a neutral dude, he used to be YG, I believe, but anyway, he go tell the homies, yo, Son was cripping in the town. I don't know exactly how he told them or what he told them, but he told them, you feel me? So fast forward now. We at the table playing spades now, you know what I'm saying? So they was asking me yo, you was YB, right? You was YB, and I was like, nah, I'm not, I was never YB, but I was cool with the YBs though. A lot of my mans in the town YBs. So they yeah, that's what everybody say. They wasn't down, boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, nah, deadass, I really wasn't. So the dude that had the house, he was like, yeah, you wasn't YB, but you was Crip though. So when he said that, I was like, yeah, I was Crip. So he was just like, oh, okay. We wanted to see if he was going to deny it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why would I deny it? I don't bang no more. You know what I'm saying? So they was just like, okay, cool. So another blood dude that was there, he was just like, it was just that, but you kind of like felt like a little funny tension. Like it wasn't really tension, but it was just like it just felt awkward and funny now, cause you know what I'm saying, like, he threw that out there, and I was just like, whatever. So anyway, then the other dude, the other blood dude was like, yo, can I ask you a question? And I was like, yeah, what's up? He was just like, what made you want to turn Crip? And I was just like, because I want to fight against Bloods. It sounds crazy, right? But like, I was just straight up honest. I was like, shit was crazy on my block. Like, you feel me? Like, Bloods was doing shit that I didn't agree with. And I was like, yeah, I wanted to fight against Bloods. So he got mad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of like got in his feelings. Like, he was just like, what? Like, he was just like, how you gonna say some shit like that? And I was like, yo, bro, you asked me a question, I answered it, bro. So the other dude that had the house, he was like, yo, chill, bro. Like, he was like, yo, you asked him a question. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you getting mad for? Like, so he was just like, nah, that's crazy, though. Like, so he was like, well, it's not crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You asked him, whatever. It is what it is. Like, so anyway, that was that day. Then, we finished playing cards. I just felt like shit felt funny. So I was just like, all right, whatever. That was that. But it still seemed alright. And I remember like a few days after that, one of the kids that I was in non-block with, he was a blood dude. I think he was non-trade. He was like non-trade, I think. So he came up to me. We was in non-block together, and then we was here now. We was never cool in non-block though. We was never cool. We was never friends. None of that, right? So now on 3 block, he comes up to me, right, like a few days after that. He was like, yo, bro. He said, yo, you gonna have to pack your stuff up. Like, he was just like, like, you can't stay here. So I'm like, I can't stay here. So he like, yeah, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you used to be Crip. And it was just like, he was just like, you my mans and shit. Like, I fuck with you. Mind you, this is the same dude that we got into the situation over the pantry, over the chicken. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, yo, you my mans and stuff. I fuck with you. Like, we was in the other house together. All this shit is cap. Like, we was not cool. We was not friends. None of that. But, trying to avoid the altercation. So he like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with you. We was in the other crib together, this, that, and the third. He was just like, so like, you just pack your stuff up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he was like, I don't want to hear nothing from like nobody. Like, somebody else might come in the house. They might try to do something to you. And then, that's just gonna look crazy. Like, you feel me? Like, he was just like, yo, so you might just have to pack your stuff up. So I was like, yo, bro, like, I'm not packing my shit up, bro. Like, you bugging, bro. Like, I'm not going nowhere. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm not Crip no more, and that's that. Like, I'm not packing my stuff up. Like, it just looked crazy. Like, when you pack your stuff up, it's just like, where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go to another. Mind you, I'm not gangbanging. I'm not SRG. I'm nothing. So I'm gonna get packed up and probably go to another blood house, and like, it's just gonna lead to you keep going through this cycle of like, like, no. So it was just like, I was just like, nah, bro. Like if y'all gonna smoke me, y'all gonna smoke me, bro. Like, I was like, I'm not packing my stuff up. So, I know how the jail shit kind of work. So what I did was I went to the cell of the dude that got the house. So, he was a cool dude, like I said. So, but this is how just jail politics work. You gotta move from the head down. You feel me? Like, I already knew he was a little soldier. He not really like somebody that had rank. So I went to like the head, like, you feel me? Like, we gonna nip this in the butt. Like, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. So I go to the dude cell, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, yo, what it is? Cause his cell used to so the cells, you could put something in the door so it don't lock. So he used to like leave stuff in the cell door, and so you could always open it and close it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we used to be play fighting in the cell. Like, he was mad cool. I'm telling you, like, son was mad cool. Like, you feel me? So, and he was a conscious dude. Like, he was young too, like me, a little bit older. He probably was like 4 or 5 years older than me, but he was mad conscious and smart. He used to like to read. So me and him got mad cool. So anyway, I go to his cell. You go open the cell. So I go to the cell. I'm like, yo, bro, like, what's going on, bro? Like, niggas talking about packing me up, like, you know what I'm saying, like, cause I used to be Crip, like what's the word, like, you know what I'm saying, what's going on? So he like, who told you that? So I'm like, bro, that's what they saying, bro. They talking about like I gotta pack up cause I used to be Crip, like. So I'm thinking he put the word out there because he the one that got the house. So he like, niggas, he said, bro, niggas not packing nobody up, bro. He was like, yo, you used to be Crip, you're not Crip no more, and that's that, bro. So he was like, yo, come. So he came downstairs, we came out the cell, And then he told all the homies, like, he was just like, yo, nigga not Crip no more, that's that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he not getting packed up. Like, you feel me? Like, that's some shit that he used to do. He not doing that no more, and that's that. Like, and then that was the end of it. Like, you feel me? Like, after that, like, it was just like, you know, so I was just like, all right, cool. So then after that, but he respected what I did, you feel me? Because then after that, he was making little jokes like, nigga, coming to my cell like that, niggas would have killed you in here. So but he was mad cool. He just respected the fact that, like, I didn't pack my shit up. Like, he was just like, yo, you kept it official. Like, I respect that shit. Like, you feel me? So, and then that was just that. Like, and then, but I just felt, I fake felt some type of way that O kind of did that. Like, you feel me? Like, he went and, like, but then at the same time, I didn't feel like he was trying to lie me. Like, you know, I don't know. It could have been him trying to lie me. It could have been him just like, I don't know, like, just putting them on. But I'm just like, why would, you know, I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, he was in blood. But like I said, like, sometimes people like to see certain stuff go on. You know, they be bored in jail. Not saying that was the case with him. Rest in peace to my son, because me and him became mad cool. But I just felt like in the moment it was kind of shady. Like, you know, like, it was just kind of like, damn, like, you heard something and you just quickly went and told them. Like, you know, like, but it is what it is. Like, you know, me and O, after this whole shit, we became mad cool. And then when there was certain funny situations with with, you know, different homies come to different houses and they try to run and regulate them in a different way. And then, you know, so me and him was cool, like, you know, and there was other situations where, like, we kind of was, like, on the same team, like, you feel me? Because, like, shit was looking a little crazy in the house, you know what I'm saying? So, me and O was mad cool, man. Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? May God forgive him, and you know, may have mercy on his family. But yeah, that's the story. Let me know what y'all think, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all would have did, like, y'all would have packed up, y'all would have felt some type of way towards O. Some people in these situations, they might have, like, rocked it off on O. You feel me? Like, because they would have felt a certain way, like he was trying to line them. So let me know what y'all would have did, though. Like, you know, like, comment, subscribe, share. As a matter of fact, I don't even really want to, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, my son passed away, you know what I'm saying, so, you know, scratch that. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. But just let me know overall about other things in the video, you know. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Peace.